girls and boys and boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you today Mr. Kofi Siriboe. Now, he did a recent interview with Black Media News, is my source that I've cited to do this report on. And in it, Kofi Siriboe rejects monogamy and redefines love. He says that monogamy feels performative and restrictive, revealing after 2 5-year relationship, he now identifies as ethically non-monogamous, embracing openness and honestly in love while rejecting traditional one-partner expectations publicly, confidently, without apology today. And you know what, guys? I agree with him because I would rather you be real with me about how you feel about me than to bring your fake representative to the table and pretend that you like or only interested in just me, knowing that if I qualify this relationship as monogamous or it just being us and you agreeing, but secretly you have your friends in the background and I don't know anything about it, and then that would make me feel like you wasn't being real with me. You weren't being honest and authentic. So when he says that, I completely agree with his point. I think that is how a lot of men today should be because we know this is how they're carrying on in their relationships and even in their marriages, as we saw with the TikTok couple with Christy and Desmond. So really, when a man is leaving a relationship, honestly, he's telling you or trying to tell you that that is something that he no longer is interested in, or not just interested in it only being just you. Now, do I want to be with somebody that wants to be with different people? No. But would I respect a man that tells me that it's not just you? I have other options and other people that I'm seeing. I will respect that because I have a choice at that point whether or not if I'm going to stay with him and continue to have a relationship with him, or I can leave and then possibly find somebody that is all about me, that only wants to be with one person. But we all know that is hard to come by these days. So it's like, I believe there is a man out there that does want to be with somebody and only one person. And that is the person that you have to, you would want to be with. But if you with somebody and you really feeling them, then and he's honest with you about, it's not just you, then I feel like you have accepted the role that he's bestowed upon you. So, yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with this because when he was talking, I was like this. Please tell me more. Tell me everything. That means that everybody has a chance at least. Not like that, not like sleeping around, you know what I'm saying? But if he's interested in more than one person, given that we are using protection and not spreading STDs, then we being adults, right? So we can't then act like, the situation is only ours and that we're not supposed to be with someone if we want to be with someone. And I feel like I very much agree with him. And stand by for these commercials. Hi, this is Famika Capricorn with topics and conversations. Have you liked and subscribed yet? Please be sure to like and subscribe on your way in or out. Thank you for your support, and I will be seeing you soon. Yes, that is my little commercial, and it has my TikTok also. You can follow me on when you have the time. So be sure to like and subscribe to the video on your way in and out, and I would appreciate your support very much. So I am going to play a video, and before I do, under the Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976 allows is made for fair use for the purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So I am doing this for educational purposes and for commentary. Thank you very much. And we shall move to the video, please.
First two real relationships lasted 3, 4, 5 years each, so then, and then to fast forward, my life changed, so there was a different, I started working every day. Then there's the fame element and the abundance of people and exposure. And, I've just had different shifts and different seasons where it seems like sometimes monogamy feels like role play, and it sometimes feels restrictive, so there's an element of it that feels performative. And I understand the tradition of it. I understand the like the deeper, I understand that, but then there's a part of me that just had questions. So I went through some phases where I'm like, well, why do we do it like this, and is this how I want to do it? And from observing people who play those roles, my parents included, I see some blind spots. You know what I'm saying? Does that mean we have to throw away the whole system? Not necessarily. Like, I honor the tradition and I love the simplicity of monogamy. And how can we still remain whole and still remain true to ourselves as individuals, as independent people and thinkers living this life while still honoring the safety and the principle and the tradition of, loyalty or connection. So it just has you thinking about what you want, and what works for you. And I think that's the real goal, is like, whatever you do, just do it wholeheartedly. And that's what I respect about Seth, is that he was 10 toes about what he needed and what he wanted. Even if it was a blind spot from the outside looking in, it was true. And he was willing to put that out there.
And that was that interview. Um, and like I say, I agree with the man. I definitely agree with him and what he was stating. And he said whole and true, meaning that whole is you have to be content with who you are first and understand the choices that you are making, that you won't get so involved that you lose yourself or try to make somebody be something to you that they are not. And true to it is, to me, that you are true to agreeing with this, that there are no other questions. This is what it is. I don't have to tell you that, and I don't have to remind you that it was what it was when we discussed it in the beginning. So that's why I say I respect what he said, because he's being genuinely honest, and I like that about him. So I respect him even more, because I feel like there's a lot of men out here and women that are in relationships and they are pretending that they are in love or just monogamous with somebody, and they love somebody else. And I do believe that you can feel something for more than one person, and I don't think that you should restrict yourself because that's how you feel. If you was honest with the person that you were with from the beginning, if you are in a relationship and this is how you feel, this is when you need to pull the person that you are with to the side and be honest and have a one-on-one conversation. Yes, it is gonna hurt them. Yes, it is not gonna feel good, but the both of you will feel better because they will respect you because you were honest from the get-go. And to me, if you were honest to me, that's one thing I will be able to say, is that, at least he pulled me aside and he was honest with me about how he felt. And it might hurt, but you have a choice, that do you want to accept and continue to be with this person, or Do you want to remain true to your own values and leave and find somebody that's for you? And that's what I wanted to talk about and shine a little light on and give credit to Coffee on. I respect him. I do. Because you don't have a lot of men out here that's going to come forth and say, this is me. This is what I'm about before I get into anything. So if you see me with somebody, understand this. You might see me with somebody else, but we have an understanding that that's what it is, and I don't need TMZ or any other news reporting service to say they saw me with somebody else because we have an understanding that this is what we have between us. And like I said, I agree and I respect that about him. And I don't have any issues or concerns about that. So, yeah, guys, that's what I wanted to talk about today. And thank you guys again for watching my videos and showing me some support when you can. So I'm gonna get out of here and try to create another video, you guys, and I will be right back momentarily. But in the meantime, you guys have a very good evening and stand by. Bye.